Holy pork! Man, am I drunk! I am so drunk!
Alright, what's going on everybody? It's Chimney Swift here, and welcome back to another Minecraft mod review. This mod is called the Still Hungry mod, and it is created by 17 Cups of Coffee, Dizzy Alex, and Beth W08. And guys, this food mod is probably one of the most fun food mods I have ever reviewed, and I'm really excited to show it to you guys today. So the first thing we have here is some new crops. Now these new crops are, we have strawberries, grapes, and rice. So I know a lot of people reviewed this mod in the past, but it's actually been updated. So there's some newer stuff, and one of the newer crops is grapes. So to harvest the grapes, you just right click on them, and when they're fully grown, they look like this. And then over here we have rice, and to harvest these, you just left click on them, you break them, and you'll get these little rice balls, and also you'll get some seeds back, which is kind of cool. And then of course over here we have strawberries, and you just left click on these to break them as well, and you get these strawberries and strawberry seeds. Now, while I'm over here, I wanna show you guys, this mod adds 3 new blocks into the game for decoration. And those are hedges of just like normal, red, and yellow. So to make these normal green hedges, you basically just take 4 oak leaves and you put them in a pattern like this. To make these red ones, you take the hedge that you've already created using the 4 oak leaves, and you just basically craft it with a poppy flower. And then over here, you do the same thing except with a dandelion, and you get the yellow ones. So they look really cool for decoration, and yeah, I just really like how they look. So if you come into here, I've got some stuff set up inside in my kitchen, and you'll notice that there's a brand new block right here, and this is called the stove. Now the stove is used for creating a lot of the recipes. I'm not gonna even be able to show you guys all the recipes today because there are so many recipes in this mod. It's absolutely insane. But to make this stove, you're basically going to take 3 iron ingots across the top, and then you're going to take 5 pieces of stone, and that's going to give you a stove. Now in order to use the stove, you're going to need what's called a frying pan. And the frying pan is pretty self-explanatory. It's crafted exactly like a sign, except with the wood is going to be iron ingots. So you're gonna use 6 iron ingots and a stick, and that is going to give you a frying pan. Now your frying pan is always going to go in this slot in the stove. So the stove UI looks just like this. You put coal on the bottom, and you put your frying pan right here. Now the frying pan does have some durability. I've used it a couple times, and as you can see, it's worn down just a little bit, but the recipes go right here. So these are your 2 ingredients that you put inside the frying pan. It's pretty cool. So let me see here, what else do we have? Yeah, all right, so we got some other crafting recipes for some objects in the game. Over here, this is something that's fairly new. It's called a barrel, and it is used to basically make wine, which is really freaking cool. And I'll show you guys how to use that at the end of this video. So a couple things you might need to know how to craft. We can also craft things like mugs, and mugs are crafted using 3 pieces of clay like this. We're also gonna need to make some jam jars, and to make some jam jars, Jam Jars, who's also a really awesome character in the Banjo-Kazooie series, if you didn't know, just totally remembered that. But that's used with 5 pieces of glass. Rice oil is also something that's craftable, and that's fairly important. And you're just gonna take a glass bottle, and you're gonna put a piece of rice over that, and you're gonna get some rice oil. And then if you also wanna create flour, that's just 2 pieces of wheat. Now up here, you might be seeing I've been carrying this around the entire video. This is called a lunchbox. And this is basically a really cool way to carry around up to 6 food items with you as you're out in the world. So it's sort of like a mini inventory for your food, which is really, really cool. If you right click to open it, I have placed some foods inside here. So I've got like strawberry jam sandwich, a muffin, some strawberries, some grapes, a fried egg, and some cider. To make one of these lunch boxes, you take 3 pieces of clay and 5 pieces of iron, or 5 iron ingots, and you get a lunch box. Down here to make a barrel, you take 3 iron ingots and 6 oak wood planks, and that's gonna give you a barrel. And then the bottles, which is what's gonna be used to put the wine in them, is 6 pieces of glass in a pattern like this. So now that I've explained to you guys how all this stuff works, let's get into some crafting recipes, shall we? So the first thing I wanna make today is a taco shell. Now the taco shells are fairly easy to make. The recipes basically work like this. I couldn't get the UI exact, so 2 items on the top, then the frying pan, then whatever it's gonna output into. So we've got rice oil and bread, and that's gonna give us a taco shell. So if we come over here, put the rice oil in there and the bread in here, you can see it does this really cool little animation on the stove, and it is going to give us a taco shell. Now, like I said, I'm not gonna be able to do all the recipes here today, guys. There's so many freaking recipes. And actually, this is really cool too. It gives you your glass bottle back, which is really freaking nice. So that's a taco shell. Now, there's a whole bunch of different recipes, but another one I wanna show you guys is how to make pancakes, and that is flour and some eggs, and go over here, flour and egg. It's gonna cook that up into a delicious pancake. Now, if you go ahead here, let me show you guys just how many items are actually in this mod. So this is the whole page for the Still Hungry mod. So you can also actually make things like, well, you can make pancakes, and then if you craft them, normal pancake with an apple, you can make apple pancakes. So there's a ton of different recipes, a ton of different foods you can make. So there are my pancakes. Let's see what else we've got here. We can make things like scrambled eggs, which is eggs and milk. You can make a fried egg, which is rice, oil, and eggs. You can make lamb steak, which is lamb and rice oil. You can make a taco, which is your taco shell, and then raw beef. I've got some more recipes down here with things like an omelet, which is 2 eggs. We've got stuff like bacon, which is awesome, and that's rice oil and raw pork chop. You can even make French toast, which is an egg and bread. And you can also actually use there's another item that goes in this spot here. Not just the frying pan goes in here, but actually the mug can go in here as well. So I showed you guys how to craft the mug, 3 pieces of clay. And if I go ahead and take this mug and I take some milk and some chocolate, we can actually make hot chocolate. Now, to craft your chocolate, all you need is sugar, cocoa beans, and milk, and that's gonna give you 2 pieces of chocolate. So if I come over here and I put the mug there and the milk here and the chocolate here, or the other way around. There we go. It's going to give me hot chocolate, which is really awesome. And I think it's just gonna craft it straight into that spot. I don't think the mug is gonna have like a durability bar or anything. So there you go. You get your bucket back and you get your hot chocolate. So that's pretty awesome. Some other things I wanna show you guys real quick are some more complex recipes in this mod, and I just picked some of my favorites. So we have here some apple pie. We've got this thing called bento, which on the wiki actually was called a boxed lunch. We have a chocolate muffin and some ramen. So basically, to make the apple pie, it's just 2 pieces of flour, some sugar, apples, and wheat. The bento or boxed lunch is some rice, some sticks, and some raw fish, which I think is probably more like sushi than anything. These sticks are probably like your chopsticks, which is kind of cool. Over here we have chocolate muffin, which is a fairly complex recipe in terms of the number of items that it uses, and that is wheat, paper, eggs, sugar, milk, and chocolate. And then this one was really cool. It's ramen, which is a water bucket, flour, steak, and carrots. So those are some of the more complex recipes that you can make within this mod. And the last recipes I'm gonna show you guys are the jams. So you can make different types of jams using the crops that we harvested earlier. So you can make grape jam and strawberry jam. And that's all of these recipes are the exact same except for the fruit that you switch out, and that is basically sugar on top, then your fruit, and then your jam jar at the bottom. So this recipe here is gonna give you strawberry jam, this is gonna give you apple jam, this is gonna give you melon jam, and this is going to give you grape jam. Now, all 4 of these can also be crafted into jam sandwiches, which is really fun. And basically all you do is just the recipes right here. You put your jam that you've created in between 2 pieces of bread, and that's going to give you your, strawberry jam sandwich or apple jam sandwich or whatever you want to make. So are you guys hungry? Because I'm freaking starving with this mod. So the last thing I want to show you guys is how to make basically wine and cider. So the way that this works, let me go ahead and break this really quick. So the way that this works is you have your barrel, which you craft using, where is it, right here, wooden planks and iron ingots. So the first thing you wanna do in order to get this barrel running is you wanna put water inside of it, okay? So we're gonna take some water and we're gonna place the water inside here, and you'll see it fill up there. We're just gonna discard that. Now what you wanna do next is take one thing of sugar, and you're gonna put this in their barrel, and that's gonna give you some little bubbles at the top. Then you're gonna put 4 pieces of fruit inside, and I think you can either make, let me see here, I think it's only 2 kinds right now. So it's just cider and wine. And so that's gonna be either grapes or apples. I'm gonna make both of these for you guys here today. So let's go ahead here and just grab all these ingredients. So I'm gonna take 4 grapes, 1, 2, 3, 4, and as you can see, it starts to get darker as you do it, and then you just take one bottle and it's gonna fill your bottle up with wine because we use grapes. So now if I wanna make cider, you just put the water bucket inside there, you put another piece of sugar inside, you put 4 apples in, 2, 3, 4, and then you put your bucket or your bottle in there. Now you can't actually stack your bottles in there, just use one at a time, but that's gonna give you the 2 drinks that this mod makes as well. So we've got wine and cider, and you can drink these. So if I drink this, I'm actually gonna get regeneration, strength, and then I'm gonna get drunkenness. And drunkenness is created, it's like a new buff basically. It doesn't really do anything until it actually starts to kick in. When it kicks in, you start to feel nauseous and your screen goes crazy and you get a little bit of blindness. It's like the worst kind of drunkenness probably ever. But the strength and the regeneration actually lasts for quite a while. Even though it says 6 seconds, they're still on me, which is kind of cool. And you'll get this effect from either cider or your wine. But yeah guys, so that is the Still Hungry mod. I hope that you guys enjoyed this mod review. If you did, please don't be shy, hit that like button down below, and if there are any mods out there that you want me to check out and review, just leave me a comment down below as well. That would be awesome. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this mod review. It was a lot of fun to do, and I would love to mess around with this mod some more in the future. So maybe it'll show up in a mod pack of mine at some point or something like that. It'd be kind of fun. But anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace. So to craft, you just sort of chuck stuff on the ground. It's kind of cool. So you can either take it and just throw it down like that, or you can put it in your hand, and then you press Q, you place it on the ground. So to make a crude axe, all you need is an axe rock, a wood handle, and a thing of vines. And you just look at it and you just press G.